India is a young nation. 40% of its population is below 18 years. They are young. They don't have a right to vote, but they have a voice. Nine is Mine, a call by the children of India, demanding that the promise made by the government to allocate 9% of the GDP towards public expenditure on education and health be kept.
Resources to support the poor, we have to manage our finances with wisdom and with foresight.
Nine is Mine campaign finds its echo in the UN Millennium Declaration, of which India is a signatory. At the turn of the century, 189 countries committed themselves to the declaration, which promises to end poverty in all forms across the world by 2015. To remind the government of their promise that every child and every family should have, among others, adequate food, education, health and work, a network of over 58,000 people have come together as the Vada Na Todo Abhiyan or Keep Your Promise campaign. The campaign, committed to demand accountability from the government, created as a part of a month of mobilization towards the World Anti-Poverty Day, a platform unique in its nature and rhythms. In the capital of India, just a few kilometers away from the parliament, over 3,000 children from across the nation gathered on the eve of the World Anti-Poverty Day. They represented the struggles, aspirations and solidarity with the right of every child to health and education, reminding the government of its promise, the promise of 9, to allocate 9% of the GDP towards education and health.
का वादा कि 6% तो शिक्षा के लिए और 3% स्वास्थ्य के लिए भारतीय सरकार हर बच्चे को देगी.
It's high time that we make the government realize that mere promises will not do anymore.
This was a rare gathering of children from across India to discuss the budget with an eye on their future, synonymous with the future of the nation. Children from nomadic communities of Maharashtra, Rajasthan and Gujarat, tribal communities of Orissa and Jharkhand, Dalit communities of Andhra and Uttar Pradesh, and the slum and homeless communities of Mumbai and Delhi.
We are the children of India. We are not voters, but we believe that the voices of children can be stronger than the votes of adults. We know that it is necessary for us to speak up now to secure our future.
The initiative highlighted the promise made in the National Common Minimum Programme that 6% of India's GDP would be committed to education and 3% to health.
In one voice, we ask you, keep your promise. The promise to allocate 6% of the GDP to public expenditure on education and 3% of the GDP to health. Currently, public expenditure on education stands near 3% of the GDP, and public expenditure on health is so meager, even less than 1%.
Joining this call for 9 is Mine were social activists, government representatives, popular artists, and students from more than 30 educational institutions in the capital.
हम सब और बड़ी बुलंद आवाज हम सब
ये नारा हम संसद को सुनाना चाहते हैं। मैं तो बोलूंगा पढ़ेंगे, आप बोलेंगे लड़ेंगे, पर इतनी जोर से बोलेंगे कि संसद तक पहुंचना चाहिए। पढ़ेंगे।
We want every child in India to know that 9% of the GDP belongs to us, because health and education is the basic right of every child, every family. And we ask for your support, your assurance that our future is India's first priority. The 9 is Mine Declaration is being signed by 100,000 children and supporters across 15 states to petition the Prime Minister to keep the promise to commit 9% of the GDP to public expenditure on health and education.
पूरी दुनिया के करोड़ों गरीबों ने ये नारा दिया है, another world is possible. एक नई दुनिया मुमकिन है। एक नई दुनिया मुमकिन है। एक नई दुनिया मुमकिन है।